Hello everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day on this Sunday morning. And before moving to the cards, I think it's worth observing that the numerology today is, just working this out for us, 18-9, which is the Moon and the Hermit. And the energy of both the Moon and the Hermit are quite sort of esoteric in a way, to my way of thinking. They're quite introverted, introspective energies. The Moon is a card often associated with mysteries, with the unseen, and with really having to sort of look at things in a different light, is the way I tend to think of the Moon. If you compare the way things look in sunlight to the way they look in moonlight, they do look very different. So to me, I've always felt that the Moon was a very, in a sense, a very special way of looking at things. And because it lights the darkness, it's an energy that I feel really looks deep into things. Now, the Hermit is a perfect companion for this, because the Hermit is all about the inner journey, about solitude and reflection, and really looking inside ourselves for answers. So it's quite an interesting energy that we have going on in the numerology of the day. Now, the cards that I'm using today are the Gothic Tarot by Joseph Vargo, which is rapidly becoming one of my favourite decks the more I use it. I'm using the Thoth deck by Aleister Crowley as well, because I want to see how the energies work together with this. And I'm also using the Gilded Royale Tarot by Ciro Marchetti, because that is again another of my absolute favourite decks, and I do love the redesign and reimagining that he's done on this particular deck. And our first card for today is the Six of Cups, which gives us this really emotive image. And what we have here is a card that is normally associated with, in a sense, looking into the past, nostalgia, reflecting on past events. But I get some other things with this card far, far more strongly. The first is the astrological association here, which is the Sun ruling Scorpio. So this, in a sense, feels like quite a happy, peaceful kind of card, because we have Scorpio, which is a very proud, very emotionally connected, but quite secretive and independent sign, and always, to my way of thinking, a little bit prickly, sort of basking in the sun's energy and being warm, content, and quite gentle, actually. So it's a very happy, very positive sort of card from that point of view for me. And also, and I will sort of point this out a little bit more as we go, what I'm also very drawn to is the fact that we do have a little bit of a sort of synchronicity, because the symbol in this card is the Rosicrucian cross here, which we also have in the back of the Thoth deck. And in fact, in the back of the Ciro Marchetti, we have the Sun. So there's a definite connection between these three cards today, which I find very interesting. Now, the feeling I get very strongly with this card is one about relaxing, taking time for ourselves. As you can see, the figure in this card is reading. So perhaps today would be a good day to just, in a sense, bask in the sunshine. We have the day of the sun anyway. We have a solar day. So relax, take time for ourselves, do some things that, that interest us. Maybe read or write or listen to music. Just do some things to keep ourselves happy, calm, content, emotionally balancing. Again, with this being a card of cups, that's something I do feel is very, very important. And just really try to have as good a day as possible is the feeling that I get from this card. Now, moving to our next card, this is interesting again because what we have here is the Queen of Cups. And astrologically, I always see this as being a card of Scorpio. Again, I know there are different interpretations of the astrology of the court cards. Many people see the queens as cardinal signs, which would place this as Cancer. But to me, I see the queens as being very dependable, very solid, very nurturing and supportive, and therefore I see them as fixed signs. And in this case, Scorpio. So we have some synchronicity between the Sun ruling Scorpio in the previous card and Scorpio in this card as well. And we have a further synchronicity in so much that when I look at the image here, the moon is massively powerful in this image. We have it up here and we have it reflected here. So this very, very much gives me a feeling of reflecting, of looking at our emotions on a very deep level, using that special light of the moon to really look inside ourselves, look at things, reflect, bring things out in the open and deal with them in a very loving, healing and compassionate way, and really try to clear our emotional baggage out, if you like, so that we leave ourselves very, very calm, very, very centered, and really feeling a lot sort of better and about ourselves and about things going on around us, trying to clear out any rubbish that may be around us. And we also have a kind of a stork character here. It reminds me of the ibis, which is actually a bird associated with Thoth himself, the Egyptian god of magic and knowledge. So this really does feel to me today like gaining knowledge about our inner workings and really trying to understand ourselves as much as we possibly can, so that we're in a position to then move things forward. Now, our final card today, which, as I say, has the sun symbol on its back, is fascinating because this is a card that I have had come out 3 days successively from 3 different decks. The exact same card. Now, we'll put links up to that effect. But we have the 3 of Wands. This is the Sun ruling Aries. So we started with a Sun ruled card, we're finishing with a Sun ruled card on the day of the Sun. This again is us looking to the future, looking to the week ahead, and to what is coming in for us in the week ahead. But this feels much more like we are packed up and ready to go. We are in a position of being ready. We've got all our stuff together, and we know that the week is coming in and we will have some things to deal with, but we are ready for it and we're prepared. And again, with that sun energy, we're very optimistic about things ahead. It also feels, because I'm very, very drawn to the sky actually in this card, it also feels with this purple, this beautiful purple colour that we have, which is a colour of amethyst. It's also a colour of rainbow fluorite as well. It very much feels like what we're dealing with here is we actually have our intuition in place. So we are, in a sense, looking ahead psychically perhaps as well, and in a sense intuiting the coming events. But we have our green cloak of healing, but also luck around us. So we have a very positive outlook for things coming in ahead of us. We have the Aries energy as well, which is very strong, very direct, very no nonsense and get on with it. So we really are in a good place to move forward into the new week and really get things done. So if we look at these three cards together, there's an amazing amount of synchronicity today. We have a card of taking time for ourselves, Sun ruling Scorpio, so being very positive, very optimistic, really enjoying basking in that positive energy and having as good a day as we can, relaxing and taking time for ourselves to really just chill out, essentially. We have a very, very strong lunar card here with the Queen of Cups, making us introspect, making us look deep within ourselves. Again, the Scorpio energy. So this may be taking some time to be quite solitary and, you know, just taking ourselves away, really doing some in-house emotional cleaning and looking deep within ourselves to understand ourselves and our inner workings better. And then finally, we are ready, we're cleansed, we are sorted, all packed up and ready to go, again with the positive solar energy to give us a good, optimistic outlook. And we are ready to go with that Aries energy for the week ahead. It's a very, very positive card here also. So I hope you've enjoyed these cards of the day and that you find these energies very useful. Please feel free to leave me some comments and let me know how these themes interact with your day today. I think today in particular it's going to be very interesting to hear. Please also feel free to check out my website www.theseerscave.webs.com for more information about myself, my tools and the readings that I offer. And have a really fantastic day, whatever it is you choose to do. And love, light, blessings and frith to you all.